Today we break down the game that has everyone asking, is Dak Prescott the NFL's new clutch king? Stay tuned, because this story is about to change everything you thought you knew about America's team. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the heart of Texas to talk about our quarterback, the man of the hour, Dak Prescott. Buckle up, folks, because this is a story of redemption, grit, and pure Dallas determination. Picture this at T Stadium, packed to the brim with 80,000 screaming fans. The air is thick with tension, and the Dallas Cowboys are facing a do-or-die situation. With their playoff hopes hanging in the balance, all eyes turn to one-man Dakota Rain Prescott. Now let's rewind a bit. The 2023 season hasn't been a smooth ride for Dak or the Cowboys. We've seen highs and lows, moments of brilliance overshadowed by frustrating inconsistencies. Critics have been loud, fans have been restless, and the pressure on Dak's shoulders has been mounting week after week. We've all heard the chatter. Is Dak worth his massive contract? Can he lead this team to a Super Bowl? Does he have what it takes to be elite? These questions have swirled around like a Texas tornado, threatening to uproot the very foundation of our beloved franchise. But here's the thing about Dak Prescott: when the chips are down, when everyone's counting him out, that's when he shines the brightest. Let's break down the game that silenced the doubters and had Cowboys fans everywhere jumping off their couches. It was Week 16, a crucial matchup against a divisional rival. The Philadelphia Eagles came to town, riding high and looking to crush Dallas's playoff dreams. From the opening kickoff, you could feel the electricity in the air. This wasn't just a game, it was a battle for the heart and soul of the NFC East. And at the center of it all stood Dak Prescott, ready to prove that he's not just a good quarterback, he's a great one. The first half was a back-and-forth affair. Philly's defense came out swinging, putting pressure on Dak and forcing a couple of early punts. You could see the frustration building, not just on Dak's face but in the stands as well. Cowboys fans have been here before, and the familiar feeling of dread started to creep in. But then, something clicked. With just under 2 minutes left in the second quarter, Dak found his rhythm. He orchestrated a masterful 2-minute drill, picking apart the Eagles' secondary with surgical precision. A dart to C.D. Lamb here. A perfectly placed back shoulder throw to Michael Gallup there. And then, the cherry on top, a 24-yard strike to tight end Jake Ferguson in the back of the end zone as time expired. Just look at that throw, folks. Threading the needle between two defenders, putting it where only Ferguson could get it. That's the kind of play that separates the good from the great. As the teams headed to the locker room, you could feel the momentum shifting. Dak jogged off the field with a fire in his eyes that we haven't seen in a long time. It was clear he wasn't just playing to win, he was playing to make a statement. The second half is where legends are made, and Dak Prescott was about to etch his name in Cowboys lore. The Eagles came out swinging, taking a quick 10-point lead. Lesser quarterbacks might have folded under the pressure, but not Dak. No, sir. He was just getting started. What followed was a masterclass in quarterback play. Dak's decision-making was impeccable, his throws were on the money, and his leadership was undeniable. He spread the ball around, keeping the Philly defense on their toes. One drive, he'd lean on the run game, pounding it with Tony Pollard. The next, he'd air it out, finding Brandon Cooks on a beautiful 45-yard bomb that had the crowd going wild. Just look at that ball placement. That's the kind of throw that makes defensive coordinators lose sleep at night. But it wasn't just Dak's arm that was doing the damage. His legs came into play too. On a crucial 3rd and 7, with the pocket collapsing around him, Dak showed off his athleticism. He spun away from one defender, juked another, and scampered for a 15-yard gain that kept the drive alive. That's the kind of play that doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, But it's the difference between winning and losing. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Sure, Dak played well, but can he do it when it really matters? Can he come through in the clutch? Well, Cowboys Nation, I'm here to tell you he did that and then some. With just under 2 minutes left on the clock, the Cowboys found themselves down by 4. This was the moment that would define not just the game but potentially the entire season. The ball was in Dak's hands and 75 yards of green stood between him and Cowboys' glory. What happened next was nothing short of magical. Dak orchestrated a drive for the ages. He was calm, he was collected, and he was downright unstoppable. Short passes to move the chains, a scramble to keep the defense honest, and then the play that will be replayed on highlight reels for years to come. 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line, 18 seconds on the clock. Dak takes the snap, scans the field, and then magic. He steps up in the pocket, avoids a blitzing linebacker, and launches a missile to the corner of the end zone. CeeDee Lamb, covered like a blanket, goes up and makes an incredible catch. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now, let's talk numbers for a second, because they tell a story of their own. Dak finished the game with 412 yards passing, 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He completed 75% of his passes and added another 38 yards on the ground. Those are MVP caliber numbers, folks. But it's not just about the stats, it's about the intangibles, the leadership, the poise under pressure, the ability to elevate everyone around him. That's what makes Dak Prescott special, and that's why Cowboys fans should be excited about what's to come. So, what does this mean for the Cowboys moving forward? Well, for starters, it means they're still very much in the playoff hunt. This win puts them in control of their own destiny. Win out, and they're in. Simple as that. But more than that, it means the Cowboys have a quarterback they can trust when the stakes are highest. Dak Prescott proved that he's not just a regular season warrior, he's a clutch performer who can get it done when everything's on the line. As we look ahead to the final weeks of the season and potentially the playoffs, one thing is clear: the Dallas Cowboys will go as far as Dak Prescott can take them. And after this performance, that future is looking mighty bright. So, what do you think, Cowboys Nation? Is this the turning point we've been waiting for? Has Dak Prescott finally silenced his doubters once and for all? Or do you need to see more before you're convinced? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Cowboys content. We'll be here breaking down every game, every play, and every storyline as Dallas chases that elusive 6th Super Bowl title. Until next time, reminding you to always believe in the star. How about them Cowboys?